Hello everyone and welcome back. Alright, what we have here is Gantry's second challenge lock. Second time's the charm. I was honored because I was asked by Gantry if I could kind of mentor him a little bit. And so I've been sort of helping him out when I can. And yeah, I had already picked I was the first one to pick his first challenge lock. And he wanted me to be the first one to also pick his second challenge lock. I guess so we could kind of judge on how well he's doing in making his locks. So I'm honored by that. So thank you very much, Gantry. Yeah, and when I'm done with it, he wants me to send it to Truckmaster. Truckmaster's been also helping him out too. So works out perfect because I have a package going out to Truckmaster this week. So yeah, we'll see if we can get into this, and well, we'll take a look inside. We'll see how he's done, and yeah, we'll go from there. First thing I noticed, he does have the key mummied. It is a quick set, but also notice this is more than likely the bidding on this key, 41252, unless he's modified it. So if you don't want anybody really knowing what the bidding is on the key, you might want to file that down, file it off so they can't see it. But anyways, let me get this thing set up in the vise, and yeah, we'll get it picked, and we'll check it out. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and the first thing we need to do is see if we can get into the lock. Let me zoom it up, focus it. That should be pretty good. And we are going to go with top of the keyway, and I am working on my picks, putting some handles on them, so we will probably go with this one here from the 12. No, as a matter of fact, let's go with this one here. This is a pick from Truckmaster that made for me, gem. The handle was kind of coming off. It was one of those dipped handles, so I had to put some tape on it. But, oh, there's some play in this one too. But, yeah, this one should work pretty good. I'm not even sure how many pins are in here. 2, 4, 5. I think there's 5. Yeah, I believe there's 5 pins. All right, let's see what we got here. This pin 2 or maybe 3. Oh, that's kind of locked up. Okay, this is pin 3. A little counter rotation. A little click. Oh, another click. Excuse me. We got a little turn on that core. Okay, I think this is pin 2. Little counter rotation. Okay, I think I got him. That was a nice heavy click. A couple more clicks actually. I got a little more turn on the core. I think this is pin 4. Little counter rotation. Okay, I think I got him. Oh, pin 5. Just rubbed across him, and I got a little more. Oh, and a little more. And a little. Oh, and we're open. All right. Well, that wasn't too bad. It was still a fun lock. Let's try that in reverse. Pin 3. Some counter rotation. Okay. Some nice clicks out of that. Pin 2. Maybe not. Some counter right here off of 2. I know it is. It does not want to move though. Okay, I think I had to force it to move. Okay, that was pin 2 again. Oh, 2 again. So we got a nice little turn on the core. Pin 4, some counter rotation. Okay. Pin 5. Couple clicks off of 5 and we are open. Okay, a little more difficult in reverse or counterclockwise. Alright, let's see what he's got in it. Let me zoom us out. And yeah, well, let's take a look at this key. Let me get this key out and I can take a peek at it, see if he modified it in any way. And he did, for sure. That is definitely not the bitting that is on this key. Awesome. Good job. Definitely a good job. Alright, let's see how well it works. And it works very smooth too. Nice. Alright, let's get the clip off of it. And that's why I like unmumming these keys, because people put a lot of work into these keys and it's definitely worth showing. It's not gonna work. Let me try one of these. Oh, there went that clip. As a matter of fact, I don't even have my pinning tray. Let me grab that too. Alright, well that clip is right there behind me. Let me just grab that real quick. Okay. Alright, let's see what he's got in here. And he wants me to shim it. But we do shim all our challenge locks anyway, so let's see what we have here. And I might have to use this hollow one. Oh, maybe not. Probably still use this one, yep. Alright, let's see what we got. There's all 5 pins. I gotta be careful with that bitting on that key. Oh yeah, we're gonna see some nice spools in there. Everything needed to be picked, and he's got some counter milling in 1, nice. He's got some threading in 2, 3, counter milling in 4, and threading in 5. But we'll take another look at that in a minute here. Alright, pin 1. We have a spool. Oh, grab my tweezers here. Where are my tweezers? There we are. We have a serrated in 2. Another serrated in 3. Oh, that was 5. We have a serrated spool in 5 and a spool in 4 with some serrations in there in that spool. That's pretty nice. Alright, here in the core we do have some counter milling in 1, threading in 2, threading in 3, counter milling in 4, and threading in 5. Good job. Alright, let's see what we got up here. We have a very deep spool in 1 with some serrations on it, but I'll show you that. Steel spring. We have a pin in 2. Nice serrated collar. Nice serrated pin on the top. Very nice. That is his first pin and pin. Good job. We have a copper spring there. Okay, number 3 is a heavily serrated. Another copper spring. Number 4 is heavily serrated like a double spool with serrations and excuse me, the top spool. A loosely wound steel spring. And number 5, last but not least, is it's a serrated T-pin, serrated on the top. Oh, and another brass spring. And that was that way. It looks like he cut it a little bit. Maybe that was a long one. Okay, let's see what he's got up here, guys. Okay, I see some counter milling in 1, threading in 2, threading in 3, threading in 5, and some counter milling in 4. Good job. Very good job. Alright, let's take a look at these pins, guys. Okay, so number 1, we have a nice spool here. 2, we got a serrated pin, very small one. Another serrated pin here in 3. Then we have a spool with a couple serrations in there, a few serrations in the middle. Then we have a serrated, I believe that's another spool. Kind of like a shallow spool, serrated. Then up here we have a pretty deep spool, serrated, top and bottom. Nice, that's a nice pin. And then here we have a pin and pin. Oh, sorry, pin and pin, nice serrated collar, nice serrations on the top of that pin. Very nice. Then we have a heavily serrated here in 3. And then we have a double spool here in 4. And a T-pin serrated on the top here in 5. Okay, now I'm going to do something a little bit different that I don't normally do. Let's put all the T-pins back and let's check out how it sits in the lock. I see Super Llama do this all the time. Alright, so that one's going to be okay. Okay, so number 1 and number 4. I'm thinking that if number 4 was in number 5, it would have been better if you had a T-pin here, because it's shallow, and you had this pin in here. I think we would have got a little more out of this pin. This being so shallow, you're not getting as much out of the pin on the top. But that is the way it sits in the lock. If you guys can see, oh, never mind, I'm sorry. You guys can't even see that. I didn't mean to do that. I'm looking at the pins here. Alright, again, the way it sits here in the lock, this one in here in 4 and 1, they're not going very deep, you can see that. So I'm thinking, because this pin was in 5, if this one was in 5, I think you would have got a little more out of that one and had the T-pin here in 4. Because there's not really any room for this pin to come into play as much. But that's the way he had it sitting in the lock. Just wanted to show that. And same with here with number 1. Not so much room to be able to sit in there for the shear line to make it totally come into play. But yeah, I'll put that back together in a minute. I don't want to dump everything out. But yeah, still a really fun lock to work, to pick. Awesome job there, Gantry. Very nice job. And yeah, awesome. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, comment below. And yeah, everyone, please be safe and stay legal. Thanks guys. Bye.